What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. As we're all aware, the Philadelphia 76ers are having a very horrible season, and it was not supposed to be like that. This offseason, they had a pretty good one by most standards. Everyone thought they were going to be a pretty damn good team, and it just has not been the case at all. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for them, and this team is probably now going to go down in history as one of the worst, or I guess one of the most disappointing teams as for a big three in NBA history, if I had to guess. The idea of pairing Paul George with Embiid and Maxey sounded like great. It sounded great. It sounded like the perfect formula for having three guys fit together cohesively, and it just has not worked out that way whatsoever. Joel Embiid has had injuries really badly, of course, as we all know, and it seemed like he should never played in the Olympics, and he has never recovered from his knee injury. And now we got Paul George, who has not had the season you would want either, and it's just been all around disappointing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back in time to the 76ers offseason. Paul George will not be signed, and Joel Embiid is not allowed to play for Team USA. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this redoing the 76ers offseason rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 57% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall into that 57%, want to change that as we're on the road to 50,000 subs, that would be greatly appreciated. So here we are in the offseason of the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's just go ahead and, of course, start with the lottery, which the order will not be exactly as it was in real life. So Atlanta probably won't jump to number one again. But let's see how it turns out. So Blazers have number one overall pick, Bulls 2, the Spurs via Toronto, which is wild. And then so the Spurs have 3 and 4. We get 16. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think in this scenario, for this redoing of the offseason, obviously the 76ers drafted Jaron McCain. But I will tell you that McCain will not be that good in this file. He, obviously will be drafted at probably a low overall. We're also using 2K's historic draft class, which has its own issues in its own self. There used to be like duplicates, and there's players that aren't real in there, and it's really annoying. I could not find a good user-created one, unfortunately. But let's just head to the draft and let's pick with 16. But I almost want to start with seeing if we have anybody we can trade away. So Paul Reed's contract is about $7 million. So immediately that's kind of what I'm looking at to see if we can't go get somebody who makes $7 million with maybe some of these draft picks or whatever it may be. So let's go to max salary per year and let's see if there's anything we can do to start things off to bring in some talent here. So somebody who's making $7 million. Şengün is the first one, but obviously that's going to be a little too extreme. You have Cam Thomas. That's another tough one. Jalen Johnson, no. Trey Murphy would be really good, but don't think that's possible. Lively, no, not going to happen either. Idasumu actually isn't bad. And then there's Peyton Pritchard as well. Okay, I can get behind one of those two options. I do like the idea of Idasumu a little bit more realistically than obviously Peyton Pritchard. I feel like Boston wouldn't trade him to Philly of all places, but maybe they would. I don't know. But let's see if we can't get Idasumu to start this video. So Idasumu for Paul Reed straight up. I'm assuming they will not accept that. They don't. I can't get behind trading 16 for him, but if I traded you 11 and 19, though, they don't agree to that. There's another second suffice because Idasumu is coming off a year where he shot 40% from 3. 12 points per game. So I feel like he'd be a really good bench player for this team, and they accept that. Let's go. So that's a good start. We bring in Idasumu to Philadelphia to be a bench player. So that's a good start in my opinion. But the one thing I will tell you right now, my plan is not to trade for, or sorry, not to sign a big three. I want to primarily focus on role players. The fact that Ron Holland fell to 16, I know they took McCain in real life, but yeah, did McCain go early or something? Because we got to draft Ron Holland. We got to draft him. He may not be the best fit, but he's by far and away the best talent we could take right now. Or Zach, ooh, the Connect is cool too. We want Connect to Ron Holland. I think I'll take Dalton Connect. He would be someone that helps right away. So welcome to Philadelphia, Dalton Connect. There were some really good options on the board that I was not expecting there. So yeah, it's because this guy went early. And is there another one that's not supposed to be going early? No, that was it. So it was only one, I guess, Jackson Roy, another one. So yeah, there's a couple guys that obviously aren't real going early, which is really annoying, but that's just a 2K draft class for you. And Connect isn't good. Ron Holland wasn't that much better either. So that's the problem I have with this draft class. It may not help us out immediately, but maybe next year Connect can be a bench player. We'll see. We could even play him this year, but he just obviously is 71 overall. But yeah, but now for qualifying offers. So Ricky Council and Tyrese Maxey. Obviously, we want to bring both of them back if possible. So Maxey is going to get a contract offer eventually. Already has one from Toronto, which we will match. But I'm not going after LeBron James, Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, or Siakam, or anything along the lines of that. Instead, I'm going to focus on bringing in role players to fit around Maxey and Embiid. That is my plan. So where do we want to start? So obviously we got to scroll down the list just a tad bit. So there's Klay Thompson, there's OG Anunoby, who would never have signed for 21 million. So I just can't really get behind that. Tobias Harris, no thank you. Malik Monk, okay, kind of like the idea of that. Brogdon, Buddy Hield, who was just in Philadelphia, Hardenstein, Oubre, and it gets slim pickings as we go down and down the list. But let's go ahead and start to renounce some things as well, because we do not want to keep Tobias Harris. We do not want to keep Buddy Hield. We don't want to keep Batum or Covington. They're just a little bit too old now at this point. We can renounce pretty much everybody right here. Even, yeah, so we can renounce everyone there. I'll keep Ricky Council just in case he develops at all. He'd be a good bench player for us. And then Melton, I probably won't bring back either. So that leaves us with that. Maybe Lowry. Well, we just brought in Audisuma, so I don't need Lowry. I would love to bring Oubre back if it allows me to. I just don't know if it will. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the list. So also let's make sure we don't miss out on maybe some like sneaky guys. So we already have our center. A backup 5 would be important to bring in too if possible, since we just traded Paul Reed away. But ooh, I like the idea of Patrick Williams here. Now he is on a restricted offer, so it might be kind of tough to pull him off. So we might wait on that one to see if he would fall out and maybe the Bulls renounce his rights. We'll see on that one. Robert Covington, so Patrick Williams. And then small forwards, there's obviously DeMar DeRozan, OG. OG, as great as that sounds, I just can't get behind OG signing for that much money. There's Royce O'Neal, Derek Jones Jr. So, all right, we'll see. But the one name I immediately knew I liked was Malik Monk, 26 years old, and we could probably get him for fairly cheap. So, can I get him for 12.5 a year? Does he have other offers? No, he does not. So I think he actually might sign that. So that would be a great start if possible. So Malik Monk would be a great start. What else can we get? We got Russell Westbrook. Is there anybody else of interest? But I'm going to start with that. So Max is getting an offer sheet, and Malik Monk is going to accept. So let's just get out of moratorium and then see what's left after that, because we're not going after any big fish. Although OG's still here. Again, he signed for like $42 million. So a year, that is. I just really couldn't get behind that. There's Miles Bridges, who's unrestricted, and Hardenstein, who's unrestricted. Is Patrick Williams here still? Because he'd be kind of a steal as well, if he's still available. That was the name that really popped out to me, because he could develop fairly nicely if he's still here. He is. He's still restricted though, so we might have to wait on that. He has let's see, does he have any offers? No. So, or I guess few offers, that's the way you look at it. So it's just a restricted offer right now, but I kind of want to lowball him, so I'm going to see if he gets out of that. Although he'd be my favorite target by far and away right now. So I just go after him. Let's just go after him. Let's not even chance it. So Patrick Williams, they could easily match this though, is my concern. So he got 17.5 in real life. So I'm going to go flat again, kind of that same offer, and see if they'll, allow that to happen. And they do. They don't match it. Okay, so now Patrick Williams is also added. So that's a good start. We can move him to small forward. He'll go up 1 overall, but I think player progression should help that out even more. Malik Monk is now also going to be our starting shooting guard. So we have Malik Monk, Audisuma, Tyrese Maxey, Patrick Williams. We need a power forward, and we need a backup 5, and, a lot more than that. So, still have money to sign another good player. So there's Drummond here. There's Plumlee. There's Xavier Tillman. But if I have money, so Darius Arch is the best power forward we could possibly get, which isn't great. Not going to lie to you. But I guess he was a former 76er. There's Covington. What else? Is there anything else of interest? Maybe we have to take this to day 12 of free agency. Can I bring back Oubre, I guess? Maybe I can. So I have money to bring in Oubre. What else do we have? That's it. There's not really much else. So Oubre might be our best bet to bring in. He has an offer from the Wizards, so he can maybe go back to Washington. But as far as power forwards, it's not looking good for that. So I think Oubre might be our best bet to bring in. Even if we don't want to keep him going forward, I'm going to probably offer Oubre a contract where it's now number 1 offer. So Oubre will be brought in as well. So it doesn't leave us much with after that. What about centers now? We do need a backup 5. We have Eubanks. We have Gogo Badotste, Christian Wood. So it's very slim pickings now, but I feel okay. So we could bring in D'Anthony Melton as well. Thought I wasn't going to be able to do that, but I think at this point, for what he could make, we got to bring him in. So that's also nice. We still have a contract to offer. One more contract we can still offer. So Dosunmu will probably slide it back a point guard then, or Melton can too, either one. Melton stays the same. Dosunmu. Okay, so we can move Melton to point guard. So Melton will be the backup point guard then. So Maxi Melton, Blake Monk, Dosunmu, Oubre, Patrick Williams. We still have an issue though with the power forward and a backup center. So that's kind of what we need to look for next. So again, here are our options: Covington or Batum. I think both of them will probably regress way too much for our liking. So do we just go for the backup center, or the starting center, or the backup five, I should say, instead? Maybe. I don't really like any of the options though. Man, it's all pretty bad. Wiseman would be awesome, but I don't think we have enough for that. So not going to be able to bring him in. Tillman, though, actually doesn't sound too bad. Do we have enough for Tillman? Let's offer that. Tillman might not be horrible. We can bring in Tillman. Okay, we'll do that, and that might be all we can really do. That was an okay offseason. Still a little bit of a problem, though, as the power forward position is blank. That might mean Oubre and Patrick Williams start together, which is fine, and we eventually figure that position out. So let's see if there's another guard we can sign just in case. Ricky Council might develop nicely too. Hopefully he does, because we kind of need it. So Embiid goes down. Maxey is up. Patrick Williams is up. Oubre is up. Melton is up, which is great. And then no one else develops. So Ricky Council did not go up like I thought he might. But all in all, it's still a interesting team. So Williams and Patrick Williams will obviously get a nod right away to start. So it'll be Malik Monk, Patrick Williams, Oubre, Embiid, and Maxey as a starting five. But I think it's a solid offseason. It's all about Maxey and obviously Embiid being as good as they possibly can for us. They are the guys that lead the way and are going to make this train run, because if it's not them leading the way, then we really don't have much of a chance. So power ranking is pretty high on us, though. We're the 6th power ranked, which is awesome. We're a 4-star balance. They actually want to start Ayo Dosunmu, which I find very interesting. But, I mean, I could get behind it, but I prefer... I mean, Malik Monk, Ayo Dosunmu as the bench player, it doesn't really matter. So I guess I can get behind that for now. They want to start TJ Warren, which I don't know if I agree with that. So can we move Oubre to power forward? He goes down. Damn, Williams would go down 1. So I guess we're going to move Patrick Williams there for now. But that's fine. So Patrick Williams and Oubre will start together. There we go. So it'll be that instead of TJ Warren playing, obviously. So Warren, though, I guess isn't a horrible signing for all things considered, to be kind of the backup or our last player off the bench for now. That is going to be kind of your rotation. And then here is your shot tendency. So Embiid and Maxey's are still really high, which is good. I want both these guys to go crazy to lead the way. Malik Monk's the 3rd guy. Feels good. And I will see you guys at the end of year 1 or at the deadline if we decide to make a trade. But to me, that was a solid offseason. Could have been better. We're definitely not done by any means. We just did not bring in the 3rd player or the 3rd star. Hopefully we start to turn things around and we could be buyers at the deadline. So right now we're 25-25 on the season at the deadline, and it's pretty discouraging, obviously, but there is a certain player that I have in mind that I want to try to trade for. He didn't get traded in real life to the Knicks, so he is still on the Brooklyn Nets, and obviously the 76ers also drafted him, and they traded him on draft night for whatever reason. Still mind-boggling to even think that they did that, because he would be kind of like the perfect player they've always needed next to Embiid. And then Ben Simmons back then as well. Mikal Bridges is still a Brooklyn Net, though, and I would love nothing more than to see if I can't get him. You know, it would be really cool if we could find a way to get him and Claxton. I doubt we could get there, but that would be pretty wild if we were able to pull that off. So, Claxton, yeah, so they're making like $43 million combined, but that would be a awesome way to, you know, put ourselves in position to be really interesting. So, but I don't think we could get that crazy. So let's start with Patrick Williams' contract in here, or even Oubre's contract. Doesn't really matter. So either way, we'd actually get close to making this happen. So could we go Melton? We need $10 more million in here. And then Oubre's contract, I guess, could get it done. But that makes our rotation kind of weird this year. I don't know. It would be wild if we pulled this off, though. So Oubre, we got Mikal and Claxton at the same deadline. That'd be wild. Could we do that? I mean, we have the money to match it. So Mikal and Claxton from the Nets for Melton, Oubre, Patrick Williams. And then I guess we would trade all of our draft picks. So Mikal would start, and then I guess we'd have to start Claxton and Embiid together this year for now. Then maybe we shift that later. We still have Tillman as a backup. I kind of like the idea of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It sounds intriguing, but if this doesn't work, I would be fine with just settling on obviously also, or we could go Cameron Johnson too, but he just doesn't develop really in 2K. I know in real life now, or in 2K now, he's like an 84, 85, but he never really gets to that through 2K. It was just, you know, what he's done in real life. But all right, do I want to go this crazy Claxton Mikal, or do I just want to go for Mikal Bridges? Let's just that sounds a little too crazy, so let's just settle on Mikal. So let's say if we can't do Melton and Oubre for Mikal, So this trade's illegal. Can we get a Jalen Wilson here again? Okay, so Melton and Oubre for Mikal Bridges I can get behind, though. So let's say we trade this Raptors pick and also this Clippers or this other pick. And this should get it done if I had to guess, and it does. So we get Mikal Bridges at the deadline to really help out our small forward spot. So I love that a lot. So now you have Mikal as kind of the third guy, which I think, he fits well. Kind of what... He's not Paul George by any means, obviously, but he's a damn good defender when he's been in that third, player role where he's not, asked to be the number one guy. So that's what I like. So we'll go ahead and push his shot since he's down. We don't need him to score that much. So Mikal Bridges to me is a really good addition here. Malik Monk, and then our bench got a little bit worse with that trade, obviously, but I do think it was still worth it. So I will see you guys at the end of this season. We have brought in Mikal Bridges, and we'll see if this finishes nicely or if we end up failing. But we're better than last year, or we're better than real life at least, so we'll see how this finishes out, though. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic in a Mavericks uniform, which looks so natural, is an MVP. We do not see the numbers at the bottom for some reason, but Amin Thompson, 6th-man win defensive player, and most improved goes to Amin as well. So I guess I don't know why the stats aren't showing up, but they're just not. So Luka Doncic, Giannis, Jokic, Haliburton, Embiid is your All-NBA first team. Here's your All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team. We got Embiid making that too, and All-Defensive second team. So we are in the playoffs as the 6th seed going up against Boston, a team that obviously has had our number for the longest time. 25 points from Maxey, 25 from Embiid, 17 from Malik Monk, and 16 from Mikal Bridges. So pretty solid all around, but all that matters is having success in the postseason. I do think it'd be in our best interest to probably go to an 8-man rotation, all things considered, because we're not a deep roster. So I think I'd put in, well, I guess Xavier Tillman's already in there. So Tillman ended up being a good signing. He's up to 77 overall. Sadasha is going to be the last guy off the bench, I guess, which is fine. We'll see how this winds up. So Boston round 1 will not be easy by any means, but here goes nothing. So like the play-ins, we get the Boston Celtics. So Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jalen Brown, Tatum, and then Drew Holiday's coming off the bench. They have Hardenstein as well. So let's go game by game here. So they win game 1. They beat us pretty badly, and they beat us pretty badly again. And wow, we had no chance. So we get swept, which is not good. So if that were to occur, you would think that, oh, okay, so it's Embiid, Embiid's era is over in Philadelphia. For whatever reason, we cannot see the stats. I don't know. That must be just like an offseason glitch thing, or just maybe this file. I don't know. We can't see what the numbers are for whatever reason. But yeah, that would probably spell, hey, Embiid, your time in Philadelphia is over. But I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to rock with it. Heat number 1, Pelicans 2, the Blazers 3. And then do we have a pick at all in this draft? I have no idea. So Nets via Toronto. No, I think we gave up our pick to somewhere else, right? So no, we do not have it. But staff signing, we got Nick Nurse still as the head coach. I mean, do we fire him based off that, or do we rock with them? I mean, yeah, let's fire him. Let's fire Nick Nurse. Let's go after Tyronn Lue instead. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but I'm going to offer Tyronn Lue a big contract, and he will sign. So Lue's going to be the new head coach in Philadelphia, and let's head to draft night, because I don't think we had a pick, but I also didn't confirm that. So let's see. We did not. So we didn't have a draft pick, but we do have 3 tradable first-round picks this offseason, so that is going to come in handy, or come handy-dandy probably. So for player options, nothing going on here. And then Ricky Council is a free agent. I mean, he didn't develop at all last year, but maybe this year it'll be different. I don't know. All right, so what kind of money do we have? So we do have the money for an MLE, which is going to be very handy. So Daron Sharp. What do we need, though? Let's see. So we got Maxey, I would assume Malik Monk, Jalen Wilson, Mikal Bridges, Patrick Williams. So a lot of different things we could go after. Power forwards, we got Aaron Wiggins, which I love the idea of bringing in Aaron Wiggins probably from OKC. So what did he do last year? 8 points, 35% from 3. Jabari Walker. There's X and Vince Williams, Beauchamp. There's Trey Mann, and there's like Schroeder, McConnell. Deuce McBride for that much money is actually crazy. Sign me up for that. Is he going to sign that? He does. I don't know what kind of qualifying offer in MLE we might have left, but we still have a little bit of money left to spend. There's Finney Smith and Grant Williams. So no longer can we go after... who was I looking at again? Aaron Wiggins. Do we have money for him still? No. What about that? I'll offer that to him to see if he'll accept it. So Wiggins and Deuce McBride in the same offseason. Yeah, that's a pretty solid bench addition in my opinion. So that might give us the ability to make another trade. Although I will say, well, I guess we didn't really have depth to begin with. But Jalen Wilson and Connect. I guess I got to see who all develops here, and then we can kind of evaluate from there. Do we have money to sign? So we'll give Ricky Council a decent deal because we might use his contract in a trade as well. And now we'll see what trade options we have. So let's go player progression. And it's going to determine a lot for me. So we have Embiid down. So our time is running out with Embiid. Connect's already up to 75. And then Aaron Wiggins up to an 80. But obviously, if we move Wiggins to a small forward, what would he do there? So he's up to an 82 there. So that's great. So we're going to move him there right now to make him as good as possible. So Wiggins, the backup 3, which is great. Patch Williams is our starting 4 right now, but that might change here in just a second. Our Dosuma's up to an 83 as well, which is great. So I do think ultimately trading for a power forward could be in our best interest. If we could find a way to get a power forward and a center in the same trade, I think we do that. But I would love nothing more than whatever trade we make here leads us to a championship next year. So let's see if we can do that. So as you can see, we are absolutely going all in. I'm trading Patch Williams, Ricky Council, Connect, and Jalen Wilson, hopefully to land Okongwu and DeAndre Hunter as kind of our new center rotation. I guess we don't have to... We can trade Tillman in this scenario. Maybe we can leave Connect out of this just in case. So let's go Tillman instead since we're bringing a backup center. And let's go Jalen Wilson. Although Connect might have the trade value in this trade, but we'll see. So I'm going to offer this first round pick and this first round pick as well. Maybe it's the Clippers pick instead that has more value. So let's see what they say to this. They agree. Just like that, we would land both DeAndre Hunter and Okongwu. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to address the power forward and the center, backup center problem in the same trade. And we did just that. So now we have Hunter and Mikal Bridges as our wings, which is awesome. They were both really good last year. We have Connect still as well. So this is fantastic. This is what you'd sign up for. This is what you want. So it's a damn good team that we have next to Max and Embiid now. So we'll see how this works out. Hopefully this leads to a championship this year. There's a lot of good role players around these two. It's all about these two leading the way, obviously. And if this doesn't work out, then maybe we can have a conversation about trading Joel Embiid away and resetting things a little bit. Although it'd be like in a way where we trade... Do I load this? I think I load the 2026 draft class now. But what we would do is I think we trade Embiid for a different star, I think. I don't think we'd go like reset picks-wise. I think we'd really try to go after like a really good star somewhere if it doesn't work out. I'm hoping I don't have to worry about that and it does work out, but we'll see. So Maxey, Dosunmu, Mikal, Hunter, Embiid, Okongwu, Wiggins, Malik Monk, and Deuce McBride. I mean, that's a damn good lineup if you ask me. We'll see if it leads that way. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2 where hopefully this team gels extremely well. We'll be hoisting a Larry O'Brien at the end of the season. That would be ideal. Hey, look, we can actually now see the stats under the awards. So we got MVP Luka again, 32, 10, and 10. Cooper Flag in Miami. Anthony Sixman in Portland, Wayne defensive player. Gene Walters most improved, or that's Waters instead. And then Jalen Brunson clutch player and Jason Kidd, coach of the year, and Hobson is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. So we do have no Embiid this time. So maybe the team was less of them just tripping, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see him on here, which I'm a little surprised by. But it's okay. All good. That's fine. We did get him all defensive team, though. As we are the third team in the East, we get to play Boston again, but this time we're the higher seed. So 26 for Maxey is really taking the jump, but Embiid's numbers did dwindle a little bit. So as I mentioned, if we feel the need to trade Embiid, we might have to. We have Okongwu waiting in the shadows, who could be the starting center in theory. And then we could trade Embiid for whatever pops up, I guess. But that's all if we lose here and don't go on to win a championship. So we get to deal with Boston again. This is literally a rematch from last year, who, you know, they beat us in 4. So hopefully this time we can return the favor, and we literally do. So we exactly what they did to us last year, we did to them. Same seating and everything, and now we get to play the Orlando Magic. So, okay, wait, hold the phone for timeout for 2 seconds. Timeout. How on earth did the Magic afford everything I'm seeing right now? Jamal Murray, Jimmy Butler, and Jalen Duren. How the hell did they pull that off? Let's take a look. Jamal Murray, what money are you making? You're making $30 million. Okay, Jimmy Butler, $39 million. Duren's making a minimum by far. He has. Paulo's on his rookie contract, isn't he? And Franz on a rookie he's making two. How the hell is this man making $2 million? What the hell happened? Okay, well, Orlando somehow fleeced the system. I don't know how they pulled that off, but this is going to be tough if I had to guess. Although I'm not sure I love those. I don't love Jimmy Butler's fit with those two, but I mean, I guess it's interesting, and that might be what does them in, unless they come back here. And no, we beat them in 6. Okay. Like, it was a good looking team, but Jimmy Butler is a horrible fit with Paulo and Franz Wagner, to be honest with you. And I'll get Indiana Pacers in the conference finals. So Jalen Green signed with the Pacers of all things, so that's interesting. They didn't get or no, they do have Siakam still, and they don't have Miles Turner anymore. So that's what it is. They lost. I was about to say, by signing Jalen Green, you had to have lost somebody. So Joel Embiid should have his way. I don't think Isaiah Jackson can hold him, right? Embiid right now in these playoffs, what's he averaging? Let's see. He is averaging 26. So he's back to his, usual self. So let's see if we can't beat the Pacers. So game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Do we even the series? No, we're down 3-1. All right. Well, maybe Embiid trade will be happening this offseason if we don't like what we see in a 3-1 comeback potentially. So we kind of need this to happen. Will it is the question. We have to win one step at a time, and it's not going to happen. We're going to lose in the conference finals. So if nothing else, this is the first time the 76ers got to the conference finals, but with Embiid, but the Pacers went on to win it all. They actually beat the Mavericks too. So damn, that sucks. But I do think with Embiid showing regression, I still think it could be our best interest to trade him away. So that's what we'll do. So staff signing, Tyronn Lue still remains the head coach. I believe this is the offseason where I always have to fix those damn picks. So like the Rockets via Washington. Actually, I don't even know if that's right. Pelicans via Milwaukee. And then, no, actually, I don't think there's anything I need to fix, actually. That all looks pretty correct to me, I believe. But I guess the Portland pick was wrong, but I'm not going to bother. So, Embiid trades. Oh, he's expiring. Oh, gosh, this actually becomes interesting. He has a player option. Will he decline that? Maybe we sign and trade him. That might be what we have to do. We obviously traded draft picks. We saw the 24th pick, though, so guess that's interesting. So, number 24, we can take Mr. Reed here out of Alabama. Welcome to the team, 72 overall. Embiid declines, connect is accepted, and then nothing going on here. All right, so obviously the main thing is we got to keep Embiid. We got to keep Adesumo as well, and Mikal Bridges. This is a lot of money, but Embiid has no good offers, at least not yet. We're going to sign him to a deal, though. We're signing and trading Embiid this offseason right now, right here. So let's see what offers we get. Now, I will tell you, I'm not really sure what I'd be looking for, but I guess it would be, let's just see what pops up. So Morant and Bane, but that means we trade Maxey. Not happening. LaMelo Ball, kind of redundant for what we have already. Jabari Smith and Şengün is actually pretty wild. That would be crazy to pull this off. Not going to lie to you. We do have to trade Okongwu in this scenario. And then there's Devin Booker. Ooh, okay. Devin Booker for Embiid sounds crazy as well. But we can have a Booker and Maxey backcourt with Okongwu, Hunter. Well, I guess we'd be trading Hunter in this scenario. This is wild. Maybe I'll wait. I'm going to wait till after free agency because I'm not really sure I loved any of those just yet. I didn't fall in love with any of them, but I'm still on the prowl for trying to trade them. I'm not signing anything else in free agency, at least not now. I'm going to go to day 12, and then we're going to offer Embiid again. So we're stopping on day 11, and let's try to offer Embiid again, see if anything new pops up. So, and nothing really new. Sabonis and Fox is like the newest thing. Ace Bailey, but I'm trying to win now. So instead of trading DeAndre Hunter, we trade Adesumo instead. Jabari and Şengün is by far very appealing. I mean, it gives us a really good power forward and a really good center. Let's do it, man. I'm gonna shake it up. Houston's gonna get Joel Embiid. We get Jabari and Şengün in return. They get also Adesumo. Just like that, we have a little bit of a bizarre trade, but it has gone down, and now we have Jabari Smith and Şengün as the front court here in Philadelphia next to Tyrese Maxey. Don't know how well that's going to work, but one thing we can do is we can move Connect to shooting guard now, and he should be good enough to be the backup there. So that will be kind of the rotation we rock with. So will this lead to a championship? I have no idea, but that was kind of our last attempt at making something happen. Embiid, on the other hand, let's see if he regressed. He's down to 93. It's still a good team that he has around him in Houston, though. So we'll see how it works out. But we're going to simulate this. Well, we'll look at the rotation together first and foremost, and then kind of take a look at what this is going to look like. I have proficiency once again, so let's take a look to see what it's looking like. So Maxey, Malik Monk, Mikal Bridges, Jabari Smith, Şengün, Okongwu, Aaron Wiggins, DeAndre Hunter, Deuce McBride. And then Connect, if he ever gets minutes, we'll jump in there as well. So yeah, this is looking good in my opinion. Will it lead to a championship? That remains to be seen. So Şengün shot tendency is high, so he'll be doing just basically what Embiid did, but we've added Jabari Smith as well. So this really won't change much other than we won't have a center regressing, and we added Jabari. So like an 88 overall. So I think that trade was really good for us anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Off to a solid start. But all that matters is hoisting the trophy. We try to make it work with Embiid and Maxey. We gave it 2 seasons, which, you know, obviously before that has been given longer than that. But we'll see if this trade makes any difference at all for our chances of bringing home a championship. This man can't stop winning MVPs, but he wins another one. Boozer Rookie of the Year, Trae Young in Memphis. Why does Trae Young go to teams with point guards already? I often see that, and it's very weird, but bizarre. It's bizarre. Fifth player goes to Chet. We got Casper's winning most improved, and Cade clutch player. This kid coach of the year, and Jordan Hobson is your executive. So another really good season for us, by the way. I would love to see Maxey on one of these, but we don't get him on here. That sucks. That's disappointing. The all-defensive team, does Embiid still make it for the Rockets? No, I do not see him at all. So that's disappointing. All-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. So we are the first in the East. So things went well in that regard. Here were your player stats. You had 27 from Maxey, 17 from Şengün, and a bunch of double-digit scores after that. So Jabari with 15, Mikal with 15, and Malik Monk with 14. So here we go. Round 1 against the New York Knicks, who have Brunson, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Randall, Mitch Robinson, Josh Hart, Pokusevski, Liam, and Jacoby Walter. So kind of an interesting looking team for the Knicks, but I do believe we should have the better team on paper anyway. But it doesn't always mean everything, so we'll see how this goes. And we will be up 3-2. Can we beat them in 6? No, we're going to a Game 7. So Game 7, Philly versus New York. Deuce McBride is about to be playing his former team, so I need him to turn up off the bench for us in this Game 7 because I'm not wanting to go home in round 1. That sounds absolutely devastating. This is a season I was hoping to bring home a title. Going home in round 1 sounds just absolutely horrible. It's looking good right now, and we do beat them. So we're going to the second round to play Detroit, who has Cade, Castle, Asar, Paulo. Oh my gosh, they got Paulo Banchero and OG Anunoby off the bench. Damn, yeah, it's a good-looking team. Actually, would not shock me if Detroit just beats us because they got some defense. They got Cade Cunningham and Paulo. Holy moly. Yeah, this team looks pretty terrifying, not going to lie. But here goes nothing. So we got Dallas, San Antonio, OKC, Memphis, Charlotte, and Indiana. So game 1, they win 1-0. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this one. But we even it up. So we blow them out in game 2. They're up 2-1. 3-1 goes to them. Nope. All right, game 5 on our hands. Give more minutes to Hunter. This is going to be a grinded out series, I can tell. But I would love nothing more than to see if we can get revenge on the Pacers. But the Pistons look like they're going to run away with this one unless we get back in the game, which we just won't, I don't think. Nope. We're down 3-2. And now we get to play the Pistons in game 6 on the road. So can we force a game 7? It's going to be close, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it. And we will force a game 7. 42 from Maxey, 22 from Şengün, and now we got a game 7. Do we go 8-man rotation here? Let's do it. 8-man rotation. That kicks out Miles McBride, who's cold right now anyway, so maybe that's for the best. Game 7 at home in Philly. Can we hang on and beat them here? Off to a great start. It's looking good so far. We have some separation. We just got to keep the separation. Foot on the pedal. They're getting closer, but I don't think they're going to get back in it, and we are going to win game 7. 30 points from Maxey, 22 from Mikal Bridges, 21 from Şengün. All right. Now it's time to see if we can't get revenge on the Indiana Pacers who beat us last year and made us trade Embiid away. So hopefully we get some revenge. Let's see. Game 1, 1-0 to Indiana. For whatever reason, this Indiana team might just be unstoppable unless we even the series. We do. Okay. So we're in the same position as last time. Let's see if we can't win game 5 this time and not go down 3-2. We went down 3-2 to Detroit. That was scary. Just hang on here and go up 3-2 on the Pacers. And we will. So we were just down 2-0, and now we've won 3 straight. So let's keep ripping these wins off and go to the finals. Come on. Let's avoid a game 7 at all costs. It's looking good. It's looking good. Just keep the foot on the pedal, and we're going to the finals. So just like that, we beat the Pacers and get revenge, even though it looked very... Wow, Mikal Bridges, by the way, with 42 points in that one. Shout out to Mikal. Now we get OKC or Dallas in the finals. So who will it be? Let's see. It's going to a game 7, and it will be the Dallas Mavericks, of course. So Luka Doncic and the Mavericks. So Kyrie Irving, Luka, Sohan, Gafford, Lively, Josh Green is still there. Prosper's developed a little bit for them. All right, man. Here goes nothing. So rotationally, let's get it going. So game 1. Goes to us. Good start. Game 2. They even it up. Game 3. 2-1. Game 4. I'm going to simcast game 4 because Going down 3-1 to Luka Doncic sounds like a death sentence. So Simcast feels like gives me the best chance to hopefully tie the series. And we're going to lose by 4. Oh my gosh. We got here just to lose to the Mavericks. Oh man, this is heartbreaking. Okay, we can get back in this. We've done it before. You do it again. Let's just see if we can get back in this. All right, we just got to win one game at a time. Just win this one. Let's win this game. That's all that matters right now. Just winning this game. Looking okay right now. Just don't let them back in it, and they're going to get back in it. Are we going to allow them to run away with it? We have a back and forth game, and they're going to... Okay, it's 115 and 116. 2K has an update for me at the worst time possible. Why are you updating the game right now? Okay, who's at the free throw line right now? No one. Okay, so they have the ball. We just got to try. I mean, at this point, we probably lost anyway. So, Luka Doncic is wide open. What a just disaster out of the... Okay, well, let's see if we can't make something happen here. I'm going to go to Maxi. We have enough time to just go for a layup, and we'll just do that to make it a 1-point game again. All right, so Maxi drives down the court and gets it in, and now we just need to get a stop on defense. So let's see if we can make that happen. So Kyrie Irving is... Oh my gosh, dude. I was like looking at what Luka Doncic was doing, and I just wasn't even paying attention to what Kyrie Irving just did to me, and that was disaster. Okay, well, defense has been atrocious so far for me, which is something that usually ends up happening. So let's go Tariq Maxey for 3 early. Not... Oh, it goes in though. So make it a 1-point game again. All right. We'll take it. So it's a 1-point game again, but I knew I needed the 3 to match Kyrie Irving's 3. Now we need better defense here. If we can get better defense, then there's a potential here. We just got to get a stop. We don't have to foul, so I'm hoping the AI doesn't foul. Is it fouling? No, I don't think it is. Okay, so we're good. Maybe I off-ball the computer, so Kyrie Irving's going to have to cook Malik Monk. And I'm not going to allow it, so they're going to take the clock down. Double teaming would be a disaster right now, so I know double teaming could make sense. Okay. Kyrie Irving's still waiting till the last second. Gets a screen. We're there, though. Okay, that's good defense. We don't get the rebound, though. Oh, my gosh. What a disaster. We have a timeout. We need Lively to miss one. Or no. They have another. That's just the foul to give. Okay. So now they're going to be able to get this to a good free throw shooter. Dude, I'm so pissed right now. Okay. So let's put in Don't Connect, I guess. So Kyrie Irving... I mean, if Lively would have had to shoot those free throws, I would have felt decent. But, dude, not securing the offensive rebound was brutal there. And now we have a timeout to use, and we're going to have to hoist a 3 to tie the game. So, of course, you guys know who we're going to in this scenario. It's going to be Maxi. He's going to be given the ball. So, here goes nothing. Let's see if we can't hit a 3 to tie the game to force overtime, or I guess they'll have a chance. Did we really... Or no, I was about to say, did we really just take out Maxi? No, he's here. So, Maxi, 3. He's actually open, but it doesn't go down. We lose. So that was a good look, and we just did not get it to go, and we will be going home here. So I think I'll run it back for one more season, and I'll see you guys. I'm just gonna rip to the playoffs for next season, and that will be it for me. So we'll see if we can't win it next year. So another really good season, which is no surprise. Our roster's pretty good. Tyronn Lue, Coach of the Year, 62 and 20, and the best part is we're actually, if I show you guys this, we are, if I can remember how to get there, I don't know why I'm struggling. 5-star proficiency, so that's pretty cool. 5-star proficiency at a balanced. So here goes nothing. Can we go back to the finals is the question. We get Atlanta in round 1, who has Stephen Curry now, of all things. So we'll see how this goes. Somebody come around against Atlanta, and we will beat them in 4, so good start. Now draw the Pacers, who we've had problems with, but we were able to get our revenge last year. Let's see if we can't make it happen this year and beat them. So here goes nothing. Somebody come around against the Indiana Pacers, and we're going to a game 7. The fact I was actually able to stop it at that point and go to Simcast is actually pretty impressive in my opinion, but it looks like we're going to get blown out here, dude. What a disaster. Wow. So no championship for Philadelphia today. So did I really save the 76ers? You be the judge. The Pacers went on to win it all. So our opportunity was last year, and it just didn't happen, but it's all good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. It was still a ton of fun. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.